This next one is very interesting. So we have one from Christian Narvez, who said, I've watched you for some time and I've noticed you said multiple times you hate being alone and just having friends around makes you feel better. That is true. So my question is, do you ever see yourself getting married, or would you always just have a roommate to just kind of be around? Because you don't seem like the marriage type, but I also know you don't want to end up alone. This is a very interesting question, because I don't really know if I know the answer for this. Me personally, how I feel about marriage, especially in the area that I'm in, is hell no. I'm not very big on marriage myself because I've seen it fail so many times. And this may be just me, but I've seen almost everybody I know fall out of love. And to me, it almost just feels like people just settle a lot of the times. I've seen a lot of my friends get married in the past few years, and it just seems like they're trying to get married because they want to like start a new path on their life, and they don't really want to get married or love each other. And I'm not just saying that. They've gotten divorces already, some of them. I actually just had a conversation with one of my friends a few days ago who just got married 6 months ago and is already telling me that he wants to get a divorce. I just personally don't know if I believe in marriage so much. For someone to love somebody forever, to me, just sounds fake. And I don't know why I feel that way, but it's just how I feel. And maybe it's because I have severe ADHD and it's very difficult for me to even talk to somebody, let alone have a long life committed relationship, or I'm a jackass. Either way, I really don't know what the answer is, but I do hate being alone. It is something, and it's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with. I hate being alone. One of the most hardest parts of my entire life, and one of the hardest times in my career, was when I was alone. This was about 2019, and I was in a small apartment in South Jersey by myself. I have never felt the feeling of suicide besides being inside this apartment. When I say I was alone, I was alone. I had nobody. For 4 months straight, I didn't have a single friend. I didn't see a single person that I knew. And the only person that I ever talked to in person that was someone I knew was Mitch Jones when he stayed over my house for 2 days. That's it. For those 4 months, I was completely alone, and I hated my life more than any time I ever hated my life before. I sat there all day and played marbles for chat, and I just wanted to grind and grow my stream. But I realized then how sad and lonely I was, and I needed to have people around me. That's why I called Moxie, and I wanted to get a house with him. Moxie didn't end up going to the house with me, and then it started with E-Rob. And then E-Rob moved in, and I felt a lot better, and E-Rob actually made me a lot happier. And then Russell moved in, Darion, and the rest is history. The thing is, I don't mind being in this room that I'm in right now for hours at a time by myself, but I just want the opportunity to be around other people. So for example, right now, Russell's upstairs with friends and I'm down here recording. I'm not lonely at all because I know that I have the possibility to go upstairs and hang out with Russell. But I have a really hard time being alone, and it's been something that I've been dealing with my whole life, and it's definitely gotten harder as I was used to having a girlfriend, and now I do not. Sleeping alone has definitely been very difficult. I have a very hard time doing it to the point where I even ask people like Slick or Rich to sleep with me because I just like hanging out with friends and I just like when they're around. But most nights, I'm alone. I don't really know what's gonna end up with me with marriage. I have no idea. But all I know right now is hell no, and I do not want to be married. I'm 26 years old and I have the world ahead of me and I have endless possibilities and I want to travel. If I'm getting married, it just feels like I'm just settling. I just don't see myself really wanting to be in a long-term relationship for like 50 years with just one person because I truly don't believe that there's just one person on this earth for me. I always believe that there are other fish in the sea and that you really can find love at different points. And maybe it's also just the way I grew up. Most of my friends' families are divorced. Or most of my friends' families, the dad is not happy at all and is miserable. And the mom is just a cranky bitch. It really is essentially, that's how it goes almost every time, or vice versa. It just doesn't seem like anyone I know is really happy with their other significant other after being with them for decades and decades and decades. Maybe they just feel like they just are settling at that point. I think that's really what it comes down to, is they just feel like, hey, I've been with this person for 30x years, I might as well keep staying with them. But I also could just be completely wrong. Maybe marriage is a great thing and I'm just looking in the wrong places and it's just the way I think. To answer your question, do I see myself getting married? No. But I'm also 26. I can get married at any time in my life. I have no intentions of getting married anytime soon unless it's with the Linity to get her green card. But other than that, I don't want to get married. I do love having roommates. And roommates are something that I'm going to have for a very long period of time. I love having Crazy Slick around. I love having Simply and Russell always here. I love that Emmy's here, and even Zoil. I love having people around me at all times, and I love being able to hang out with them. But a committed marriage relationship, yeah, it's scary. I don't know if marriage will ever be the right thing for me. I still have a lot ahead of me career-wise. I'm very focused on my career, and I'm just not looking for any type of anything right now. I just want to grind and do Twitch. I'm on that Sigma grind set. I will probably be with Crazy Slick in my retirement home at the age of 75. And I do believe that Slick and I, and possibly everyone else in this house, will be with each other for a long, long period of time. That's it for this video. I should be live right now on Twitch if this video goes out. So if you want to go see me live, say hi. Bye.